is that. Now, Zane, obviously not the time to plant, but
No.
you know, this is a nice weather to be inside of a library and get some seeds.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, you could start your seeds inside. Some people are ambitious and do that here before we get to the actual warmer season. And we are finally getting into a new month tomorrow as well, so ever closer to spring. We're on the last night of January, folks, so we made it. It's still obviously a little bit chilly out there, but things are improving. Let's start up west of Boone at Seven Oaks here this evening, where folks are headed up the lifts and down the ski slopes this evening. A little chilly, but not as bad as it has been. Got a nice moon that's been rising here this evening as well. We've got some natural snow coming our direction too tonight, and then through mainly the first part of tomorrow on our Sunday. That'll be parts of the state we'll show you in a minute. And overall, it's going to be a drier stretch as we start February. Next week, not a lot of possibilities of rain or snow or anything like that, and generally milder temperatures, most importantly too. It's been about a week and a half since we've been above the freezing mark here in the middle of the state. That's our normal high, but we've been below it for, you know, let's see, about 10 days now. Well, we're going to finally get there as we head towards the first part of next week. A lot of days in the 30s, and we're really eyeing towards the later part of next week, Thursday, maybe Friday, to top 40 degrees here in central Iowa. Right now, sky's pretty quiet, pretty clear. There are clouds starting to move in steadily from the west. There's some bands of snow out here, basically going from the Dakotas down into parts of Kansas and Nebraska. This is ahead of a boundary that's going to steadily work its way eastward here into the state tonight and into tomorrow. Actually, behind that front, there's 30s and 40s right now, actually, even here after the sun has gone down over parts of the western Dakotas. That's going to head our direction and warm us up a little bit. In fact, if you go over to the East Coast here where there's another winter storm system, they've got, you know, colder temperatures than we do in the Carolinas, for example, at this hour. So the rest of tonight, temperatures eventually head down towards the teens. Some of that snow battles a little bit of some dry air, but up towards northwest Iowa as soon as maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, first bands of some snow will move in. Those will move to the east and then southeast into the first part of our Sunday. So 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, I think, if you're around the Des Moines metro area and other parts of central Iowa. That's kind of your window to start to see some snow move in, maybe as soon as 4 if you're out to the west towards Jefferson or Fort Dodge or somewhere around there. This is when probably the best chance of snow is, first part of the morning, and then as we go through the first half of the day, basically before lunchtime. Central and then most likely into northern and northeastern Iowa is the best chance for snow holding on the longest. Once we head towards the afternoon hours, most of the snow is done, moves off to the east, and there'll actually be a chance of a few pockets of some drizzle, and it would most likely be a few pockets of some freezing drizzle because the warm air will come in aloft first while our temperatures here at the ground level are still below that 32-degree mark. So it might be a few pockets of some maybe slickness that develops towards the afternoon of your Sunday. But our temperatures do go up. We might even touch 40 degrees out in southwest Iowa towards Atlantic or Red Oak, somewhere out that direction. The rest of us probably 20s to 30s, and then we'll hold on to some clouds, but a little bit milder temperatures into Sunday night. So the snow is mainly going to be a early morning to midday sort of thing. Not going to add up to much. I think most of us will see a dusting, maybe an inch tops. Best chance for more than an inch across northern and northeastern parts of the state. So this still doesn't look like a major accumulation, but potentially enough to maybe cause a little bit of some slickness out there and potentially a little drop in visibility during the morning hours too tomorrow, because we will have a breeze that develops out of the south tonight. It will gust 20-25 miles per hour. This is daybreak here on Sunday tomorrow, and then as we go through the day, that boundary I showed you from warm front to the west, that crosses the state. Winds shift around to a northwesterly direction. We get a little lull during the afternoon, and then a bit more of that breeze, 20-25 miles per hour, comes in from the north and west during the later part of the day. And we've spent most of the time talking about tomorrow because that's kind of it. There isn't any chance of snow here next week for the time being. Most of the weather systems miss us or don't have enough moisture. So 30s or around freezing the first part of the week. We're aiming for some 40s towards Thursday, potentially Friday, and generally around or above normal for temperatures as we start February.